Make sure you guys subscribe and turn on my notification bell. Thanks for watching. Hey, what's up, y'all? Man, shit, this shit is lighting up. This shit like right in my face. Hold on. Better. Ooh, okay. What's up? I had a long weekend, man. I really did have a long weekend. Yeah. It was fun though, man. I had me some fun this weekend, man. I had a 4-day weekend. I'm not even gonna go into detail about that, but right now, yeah, I'm right here. Right now, I'm thinking about what type of session I'm gonna do. But while I'm doing that, I got some few video ideas I'm gonna do. Stay tuned for my type of session. By the time I upload this, the type of session will also be ready to upload. So stay tuned for that, y'all, man. I've been hearing good stuff about the type sessions from the people who do watch them. But I want to talk about, first topic I want to talk about right now is which types are the most passive aggressive. I heard a few theories about this, but personally I will say, well, the theories that I've heard like people say introverts were the most passive aggressive. Some people think ISTPs are actually passive aggressive, most passive aggressive. I feel like, for that, well, not even for that, but everybody's passive aggressive. There's not one person on this planet that's not passive aggressive. So let me get that out the way first. Everybody's passive aggressive. To an extent. So from there, we're going to talk about who's the most, like, people who are more passive aggressive than others, or who use it more regularly. I will tell you right now, though, ISTPs, I think that I will say that ISTPs are not passive aggressive like that. I think we're less passive aggressive than people would think we are. I think the way we communicate, it makes people think that we're passive aggressive when we're not being passive aggressive. I know a lot of people think I'm passive aggressive. I wouldn't say I know that. I'm pretty sure people think I'm passive aggressive. But the thing is, I'm actually not very passive aggressive. Of course, I've done passive aggressive things before. We all have, but I'm aggressive. All right, guys, real quick. I'm just going to let you guys know I used a bad choice of words at this part. I kept saying aggressive throughout the video, but I was talking about what I am instead of passive aggressive. I meant to say I'm more assertive. Let's put it like that. That's what I really meant to say. But I kept saying aggressive. But if we look at the definition of passive aggressive, assertive, and then aggressive, what I really meant to say was that I'm assertive. I guess also aggressive too, if I need to come down to it. But I'm not a super aggressive person. If I wanted to be more technical and factually correct. But yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. I don't want y'all to get the wrong idea because passive aggressive versus aggressive. Aggressive is not good either. Really, the healthy medium is assertive. I mean, that's what I really meant to say. Just to clear that up. So every time I say assertive, I want y'all to just imagine me saying, every time I say aggressive, I want y'all to imagine me saying assertive. Okay, thanks. And real quick, another thing, people tend to mistake introversion for passive aggressive behavior. Like extroverts think introverts are passive aggressive, basically. So, yeah. Which is probably why some people probably think I'm passive aggressive, which I'm not passive aggressive. I'm not a very passive aggressive person. So, anyways, something else I forgot to mention though. Thanks. I'm not a very passive aggressive person actually. I do know there's times when I say things. I'm very direct. Let's put it like I'm a very direct person. Yeah, I'm very direct. Yeah. Well, there was time. Yeah.
I'm a very direct person. Um, I'm a very aggressive person. There's times when I even think like, am I passive aggressive? I sometimes think to myself, am I passive aggressive? Then I start to look and I look at how somebody that really is passive aggressive, and I start to say, ew. I start to almost want to throw up in my mouth. I was like, I could never be that passive aggressive. Um, but yeah, I'm aggressive. I'm very direct. If I'm There's times when I do things and I say things and it'll sound like I'm being subliminal or I'm sending shots at somebody. And then I'll go back and I'll think about what I've just said or what I just did, and I start thinking about it, and I'll be like, I hope nobody thinks that I'm being passive aggressive while I'm trying to send subliminals about them. And I think it's something I do a lot because I have low FE. I think extroverted sensors do that too. But yeah, let me get to the point though. Who do I think is the most passive aggressive type? Well, really, the one that's been most reasonable for me personally, ISFPs and ISFJs, I say are definitely the most passive aggressive types. Um, I say they are the most passive aggressive. For ISF, they're different though the way they are passive aggressive. ISFJ, their form of passive aggression is like they'll do like little petty things and stuff like that. They might even be more passive aggressive than ISFPs, but I don't know. It's pretty close, in my opinion. The type of passive aggressive they do is like they do little stuff you start to notice. Starts to add up after a while. Me personally, I don't get offended easily, so I don't even notice when they're passive aggressive. I don't even care half the time, but I start to think about. I'm like, hey, they was being passive aggressive. Like they'll do little things like I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of an example. I know some ISFJ. I don't want to sound like I'm sending shots at them or nothing, man. I don't want to sound like I'm being talking shit about them personally or nothing. But I think ISFJ they'll be passive aggressive, but sometimes I noticed they'll feel bad about it after they do it, and they'll try to make up for it. And they knew they was being passive aggressive. Like they'll do little stuff like I don't know. They might like eat the last of something. I don't know. Like they'll eat the last of something or something. They do it just to be passive. They'll do stuff like that. They do more secretive stuff, sort of. Well, I wouldn't even say secretive. Like I'm pretty sure ISFJ would do something like passive aggressive. They'll probably do something like fart on your pillow or something. You know, some little shit like that. That's something that ISFJ would do. Now ISFPs, their form of passive aggressiveness is different. It's more like they do stuff to intentionally annoy you. So it's more noticeable. They literally would do stuff to intentionally annoy you. That's their form of passive aggressiveness. They do little petty stuff like that. So it's different. But that's just that's in my experience. That's the ways they can be passive aggressive. That's what I think are the most passive aggressive types. Yeah. Let me think if I got anything else to really say about that. Oh yeah, man. I'm not saying ISPs are not passive aggressive. I mean, ISTPs out there, do you consider yourself passive aggressive? I would have to ask more ISTPs to know that for sure. But from what I see, I think that we're less passive aggressive than what people may think. The way that we do things, it looks like we're passive aggressive, but I've noticed, man, everything they say, every time I've heard somebody say ISTP is passive aggressive, it always sounded like some misconception, or they thought that we were being passive aggressive, but we weren't, or maybe we were just subconsciously being passive aggressive, and we just didn't know we were. When we're not aware of it. Something, maybe. But that's just what I think about it. See you later.